Hey everybody, it is the Angry Honey Badger here, and it is time for Badgers picks for the week of January 26th. Let's see who's free this week and which 4 champions I'm going to recommend. For this week, it looks like we'll be seeing Corky, Diana, Shanna, Kennen, Miss Fortune, Mordekaiser, Sona, Swain, Urgot, and Xin. And as for my first champion recommendation for the week, going to give it over to the Mad Bomber himself, over to Corky. Corky, as you know, I love him to death. He's a great champion. He's always been fairly strong. Never usually like the very tip top of the ADCs, but always one you could always rely on if you needed someone who's good. I like the changes that they made to him in the preseason, changing his damage up and letting him basically just do half and half. It's very unique, and it's kind of what he always did, just not officially, and now that it works that way officially, he becomes an interesting hybrid threat. So Corky's just a good champion all around. He does take a little finesse to understand just kind of the ins and outs of him and how to play him. So if you do not own him, this would be a great week to try him out to see if you like him. As for my second recommendation for this week, we'll give that one over to Mordekaiser. Of course, you know I'm going to pick Mordekaiser. He is, in fact, my favorite champion in the game. If you saw the tier list, I currently have him down at the very bottom, but it's only because I find him hard to place. I don't think he's weak, I just am not sure exactly how strong he is. We've just seen too many changes with him when it comes to his abilities getting tweaked and the meta shifting a little bit, and people are uncomfortable playing him in the bot lane all the time, so you don't see him too often, because that's where we started seeing him after his changes. I've been playing him in the jungle. It seems to work pretty well. You just have to make sure you have a team composition that also likes to engage with you, because you need to have people come in with you. You can't be the only frontliner. You're not really a super tank. You're there to deal damage. But Mordekaiser's still really fun. He's got a pretty great jungle clear, to be honest, too. So if you're looking for a new jungler, try him out there, or he really honestly can be played almost anywhere. So give him a shot this week. If you do not own him, he's my favorite. Try him out. My third recommendation for the week, I'm going to give it to Miss Fortune. She's just so strong. I know lately or in the future or in the tier list, we talked a lot about ADCs. It's because they're strong right now, almost all of them. There's a few that lack of certain things, but a lot of them got really positive changes in the preseason, and it makes them really viable threats right now. Miss Fortune did get some nerfs. Nothing really outrageously huge. Takes a little bit of power out of her with some damage taken out of Make It Rain, but her ultimate still shreds through teams if she can use the whole thing in a team fight. It's a very impactful ultimate. If you haven't had a chance to play her or you just don't own her, now would be a great time to kind of feel how strong she is. Also, you'll probably be playing against a lot of Miss Fortunes too. Very important to know what it's like to play a champion, so when you play against that champion in the future, you understand the inner workings of their kit, and it helps you play better against them. So try her out this week if you do not own her. And for my final recommendation for this week, we're going to give it over to Diana. Diana's been strong, or secretly OP as we've called it in the past, and I still think she's very good. You can play her in the lane, you can play her in the jungle. I'd say it's easier to jungle her, mostly because she has actually great sustain in the jungle and good damage. She has that shield that really helps her take camps without really taking too much damage, so that would definitely be the safe place to play her. If you want to play her in top or in mid, this is another option for sure. She's good in both of those lanes. Like Kassadin, for the first few levels of the game, before you get your ultimate, you have to be a little bit more careful. You are a melee champion. You only have one ranged ability that is difficult in some aspects because of the way it crescent sweeps in. You know, it has that angle on it. So you need to be careful with her if you are in lane. But she can be aggressive too in lane if it's against the right person. She has plenty of damage output. And like I said, she has that good shield to help protect her, so she's a very good champion. If you have not had a chance to ever play her, definitely a good week to try her out. She's really fun and has a lot of burst. Those are the champions that are free this week. Those are the 4 I'm going to be recommending. There's a couple terrible champions in this rotation. There's a couple good ones. Not terrible, there's just one that's really super weak. Take a guess at who it is. If there's a box around any of these champions' portraits, that means you can click on it. It will take you to a building guide of some sort for these champions. We're going to have more building guides coming up too in the future, along with other content. Now that we finally have the new season upon us, we'll obviously get more patch notes and we'll get more tier lists. All fun and dandy. If you have any ideas for future content, let me know. I'll also be streaming usually about 4 days a week, usually Thursday through Sunday. Be sure to check those out too. But other than that, I wish all of you the best of luck this week on the Fields of Justice.